My name is Sherjin.
And I'm Jackson, and you're watching XYZ News. Let's look at the topic today.
Our focus today is one of the most urgent phenomenons that we're facing today, and that is climate change. Climate change is a phenomenon that's caused by human activity, and this increases greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide that changes the Earth's climate.
Activities such as generating power through fossil fuel, deforestation, industrial activity, and many more larger contribute to the changes of climate. These not only affect the planet, but also us, the humans, in terms of environment, economics, social well-being, and aspect of health and agriculture.
To get a good glance on this topic, our on-screen reporter, Sadira, will be reporting on the current condition of the weather.
Thank you, Sharjin and Jackson, back in the studio. I am Shadira binti Muhammad Noor. Today, Petaling Jaya will experience a variety of conditions which are closely related to the larger issue of climate change. Let's delve into the forecast and connect it to the climate challenges that we face. It appears that Petaling Jaya will experience a mix of weather patterns tomorrow, where in the morning, we will anticipate partly cloudy skies with the temperatures around 25 degrees Celsius. Small conditions are part of the result of our climate changing, where global temperatures rise due to increased greenhouse gas emissions like carbon dioxide, which we have discussed earlier in the program. As we move into the afternoon, there's a possibility of scattered showers and thunderstorms. The temperatures are expected to rise to around 32 degrees Celsius, and with the humidity, you might feel a bit warmer. Now, as we head into the evening and night, the chances of rain and thunderstorms persist, with temperatures gradually dropping to about 26 degrees Celsius. This unpredictability in weather, with more frequent and intense rainfalls, is a sign of broader impacts of climate change, affecting not only our lives, but also our local ecosystem.
Good afternoon, I'm Danya, and today I have been walking around at the Taylor's plantation farms, and I've been having really informative conversations with the local farmers here. In fact, I have one of them with me right now. This is Mr. Tan. Mr. Tan, how are you doing today on this hot day?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a few questions for you. I hope you'll be able to answer them. So, you know how the temperature is rising these days. How has that actually been affecting your crops? How has climate change affected your farming procedures?
Well, it's been tough. There are so many factors such as temperature, soil degradation, unpredicted rainfall, and extreme weather events. One of the examples in Malaysia right now is the unpredictable weather. We used to rely on rainfall as our rice crops, but right now it's either too much or too little, and it's affecting our yields.
Okay, so I heard you talk about unpredictable rainfall. Can you tell me if the irregular rain affects the growth of your crops?
Too little rains mean we struggle with water scarcity. Then we must depend on irrigation, which costs a lot of money. On the other hand, too much rain will lead to flooding and destroying the crops, which is also a lose-lose situation.
That sounds like a real challenge. What about rising temperatures? Has that affected the growth of your crops?
Yes, definitely. There are some times where the heat is unbearable and our crops cannot withstand it, which resulted in their growth and smaller harvests. We are also looking into varieties of crops that can resist the heat, and some farmers also look into more efficient irrigation system, which is hard without the support of the government.
Alright, thank you Mr. Chan. I cannot imagine what it would be like to be on your shoes. Anyways, thank you for sharing your experience. Have a great day. Good afternoon. I am back here again with another farmer. Can you please tell me your name?
My name is Daniel.
Daniel, how are you doing today?
I'm feeling great.
Great. So it's a really warm day, as you can see. So tell me, how has climate change really affected your farming style, the way your crops are?
Absolutely. So I've observed some impacts from climate change over the years, and we've seen that there is warmer winter and earlier springs, and those kind of things really affect on the timing of planting and harvesting, and it can give impact to the crop and yield quality.
So tell me, Mr. Daniel, how has the rising temperatures lately been affecting your farming operations?
So recently, rising temperature is become more common right now, and that thing is affecting to our productivity and animal health. And additionally, the rising temperature causes heat and causing damage to our crop and reduce the yields. And so we are now currently practicing on the solution of the rising temperature.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good night.
Thank you for joining us. Today we have a really concerning topic to discuss, which is the issue of climate change and whether or not it can be solved. Now, to help us get through this conversation, I have with me an environmental expert, Aloysius. Aloysius, it's very nice to meet you. Very nice to have you here.
Thanks for inviting me. So, climate change is a serious issue, as we all know, and it affects everyone. But despite the threat it poses to us, I don't think it's impossible to overcome.
So, individual efforts and global cooperation is very crucial, right? Solving this issue. But my question is what can ordinary people like myself do to help?
Well, everyone plays a part in this, right? I can, for example, change to using more air conditioners that use clean technology. I can reduce, I can not drive my own car all the time and maybe use public transport. And a lot of things could be changed to just reduce our overall carbon footprint individually, and it all adds up. And we as a collective, if we do this all together, we could definitely impede this growth, if you will, this rise of climate change.
I see. So, as of now, are there any success stories or positive developments that give you hope in solving this issue?
Yes, there are many strides towards combating climate change. A few examples could be Costa Rica and Iceland. We have made big steps in transitioning towards green energy technology. There are also many young activists out there campaigning and raising awareness for this issue for those who may not be aware about what climate change is, what climate change does to the planet, what does it mean for us ordinary folk, and what can we do about it. All these kind of things all play a part in fighting climate change.
It's very inspiring to see that progress is being made. But for these people that are trying to solve the issues, what are the main challenges that they face?
One of the big challenges, I would say, everyone would know this, is money. R&D takes money. Implementation takes money. You have to pay to buy the new appliances, to install these new appliances. You have to pay for public transport, and public transport still needs to pay for fuel. It's a big, very complicated issue, and money is one of the big reasons why it's so hard. Another would be politics. Even though we have activists and whatnot campaigning for the awareness of this issue, there are still those who exist who do not believe in maybe the threat, or that if it's even real at all. Something that, this happens every few years, it's not too bad, it's not too big of an issue. But there have been many signs to show that this is in fact a very real threat to us as a civilization. And all of these could impede our efforts towards addressing this issue.
So, from what I understand from what you just said, it's really a matter of balancing short-term challenges with long-term gains. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, that was very well said. To conclude this interview, do you have anything you want to share with our audience?
I would like to emphasize that yes, this is indeed a collective effort. Everyone needs to play their own part in this. Try just using less and saving more. Try using public transport, as I said just now. everyone plays a big effort in this, and this must not be underestimated. If we all band together, this issue could definitely be solved, and I do believe that it could be a thing of the past.
Very well said. Well, thank you very much, Aloysius, for sharing your insights and giving us hope that we can truly solve the issue of climate change.
And thanks for inviting me.
As we wrap up today's segment on climate change, it's clear to us that the impacts are far-reaching and is deeply integrated into the fabrics of our daily lives.
From the farmers in the field to the energy powering our home, the ripples effect of a changing climate are undeniable. The story we heard today remind us that behind the statistics are real people facing real challenges.
Amidst these challenges, we've also heard messages of hopes and resilience. The solutions are clear, and that is clean energy, sustainable practices, and international corporations that are not just buzzwords, but are actionable paths that many are already walking on.
It's a reminder that each one of us holding a piece of puzzle. Whether it's choosing to support eco-friendly products, reducing our carbon footprint, or simply staying informed, every action contributes to a larger change.
And as we've seen, the power of collective action cannot be underestimated. From individual farmers adapting to new agricultural practices and to the switching of renewable energy. These are steps that pave the way to a sustainable future.
We would like to thank our reporters, the experts, and especially the individuals like Mr. Tan, who share their experience with us today. Your perspective not only enlighten us, but also ignite the spark of change.
As we sign off, we encourage you to reflect on how climate change might be affecting our community and what steps there are to take to solve this. Remember, the fight against climate change is a journey we all share.
Thank you for tuning in XYZ News. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let's work together for a healthier planet.
And remember, change starts with awareness. Keep watching, keep learning, and keep acting. Goodbye.
Goodbye.